Have you ever wondered why your heart feels like an abandoned house, while other souls seem to find their twin flame with effortless grace? There's a profound hidden architecture behind every year you've spent in solitude, every connection that dissolved into dust, every quiet night you've stared into the dark and asked if the universe had misplaced your address. The great psychoanalyst Carl Jung understood that certain souls are not on the common trajectory. They are choreographed by a deeper cosmic intelligence. In the stillness of your own company, a powerful and unseen alchemy is at work. While you believe you are merely waiting, the cosmos is forging a soul within you capable of holding a love so vast it would shatter an unprepared heart. This sacred craftsmanship cannot be rushed, for it's not creating a simple capacity for affection, but a mastery of emotional resonance. Today we will explore why this delay in your romantic life is not a cosmic error, but a meticulous calibration for a bond that most could never comprehend, let alone sustain. Together we will decode the invisible symphony that is conducting your love story. The universe acts like a master luthier, carefully shaping the wood of your soul. Every soul that endures a long wait for love is being seasoned in the kiln of self-awareness. Your years of solitude were never a punishment. They were an apprenticeship in the art of emotional alchemy. In the spiritual physics of connection, there's a principle of energetic resonance. Two souls destined for a profound union influence each other across any distance. As you do your inner work, healing your wounds and expanding your consciousness, your counterpart is doing the same. This invisible tether is why, when you finally meet, it will feel less like a first introduction and more like a long-awaited reunion. Imagine for a moment you could access the Akashic blueprint where the full tapestry of your life is woven. You would see that every single delay, every not yet, served a vital purpose. Jung called synchronicity a meaningful coincidence, but for highly sensitive souls, there is also a synchronicity of delay. The universe isn't holding you back, it's holding you for something magnificent. During this period of waiting, your soul is accumulating a rare kind of treasure, the capacity for solitude without loneliness, the grace to wait without desperation, and the profound wisdom that comes from being your own sanctuary. These are the foundational pillars upon which your future love will be built. Any partner who cannot see the immense value of this inner wealth is simply not meant for you. Most people mistake cosmic timing for random chance, but in the deep structure psychology of the soul, there are no accidents. If you haven't found your resonant partner yet, it's because a divine intelligence is meticulously rewriting your emotional and energetic DNA. Every failed relationship wasn't a failure at all. It was a necessary spiritual surgery on your capacity to love and be loved. There are certain souls who incarnate with a specific mission, to elevate the very frequency of love on this planet through their own transformation. You are one of these pioneers of the heart. While others operate within conventional relationship paradigms, you are here to architect entirely new models of connection. Consider the natural world. A giant sequoia tree doesn't spring up overnight. It spends centuries sinking its roots deep into the earth, establishing a foundation so strong it can weather any storm. Your soul is undergoing a similar process. While others rush into flimsy connections, you are being cultivated for a love that can stand for generations. There's a phenomenon Jung might have called the spiritual maturity of the late bloomer. Some souls are like deep space nebulas. They require millennia to gather their stardust and ignite into a brilliant star. Your capacity for love is maturing in the quiet darkness, and when it finally ignites, it will possess a luminosity that those who loved early and easily can never fathom. Jung's concept of individuation describes the journey toward becoming a whole, integrated self. For the soul seeking love, this means the universe is first orchestrating an inner marriage between your divine masculine and feminine energies. You cannot truly unite with another until you have achieved union within yourself. There is an immutable energetic law, like attracts like. If your soul is still vibrating with the frequency of unhealed trauma, you will inevitably attract partners who mirror those same pain patterns. The universe delays your great love precisely to protect you from an endless cycle of painful reenactments. Examine the genealogy of your own heart. Often the same emotional dramas are replayed through generations. Perhaps your grandfather was emotionally distant. Your father repeated that pattern, and you carry that blueprint within your very cells. The universe is postponing your great love until you are ready to heal this ancestral lineage and create a completely new archetype of partnership. Think of a cultivator of rare, exotic pearls. While common oysters produce pearls in a few months, the most luminous, valuable pearls can take decades to form in the deepest, quietest waters. Your loving soul is such a pearl. The cosmic timing honors your precious and unique nature. In depth psychology, we speak of shadow work. Every person carries disowned parts of themselves in their subconscious. These shadows unconsciously sabotage our attempts at intimacy. The universe holds off on your true love until you are ready to turn and face these hidden aspects of yourself, not with judgment but with compassion and integration. Perhaps this pattern is familiar. You find yourself drawn to people who are emotionally unavailable, or you attract partners who shower you with intensity and then vanish. This isn't bad luck. It's your own psyche masterfully trying to heal old developmental wounds through the laboratory of relationship. Jung taught that our relationships with our parents create powerful unconscious complexes that drive our romantic lives. If your mother was emotionally cold, you may subconsciously seek partners who replicate that lack of warmth. If your father was unreliable, you may be drawn to people who inevitably let you down. The universe is waiting for you to bring these primal patterns into conscious awareness, so they no longer run the show. Deep within you exists an inner temple, a sacred space where your true essence resides. Many people lose the key to this temple and spend their lives searching for it in the eyes of another. The years of being alone are a pilgrimage back to this inner sanctum. Only when you have reclaimed your own sacred space can you invite another to enter it. The cosmic delay is also a form of protection from the unreadiness of others. Imagine meeting your soulmate before they had done their own inner work. The connection would likely implode, not from a lack of love, but from a lack of emotional and spiritual maturity. The universe is a master choreographer, orchestrating a perfect moment when both souls are ready to meet on the same level of consciousness. There are people who marry at 20 and find themselves divorced and alone at 50, and there are souls who meet their twin flame at 50 and experience a love that transcends everything they ever knew. Which story is yours? The answer is determined by your willingness to trust the grand cosmic design. In analytical psychology, this is known as projection. We see in others the parts of ourselves we have yet to own. If you haven't integrated all the facets of your own being, the artist, the warrior, the mystic, the child, you will unconsciously project these unlived aspects onto your partners, leading to conflict and disillusionment. The universe waits until you have learned to be a complete world unto yourself. Every legendary love story is preceded by a legendary story of self-love. This isn't about narcissism, it's about energetic sovereignty. You can only give from a full cup. The years of solitude are teaching you how to fill your own cup, to enjoy your own company, and to become energetically whole and self-sustaining. The universe operates with a kind of poetic justice. While you were waiting to be loved, it was teaching you how to be a loving presence. While you were waiting to be understood, you were developing a profound capacity to understand others. This paradox is intentional. You are being prepared not just to receive love, but to be a fountain of it for your future partner. Imagine that before you were born, your soul agreed to a sacred contract. In this contract, it was written that you would meet the love of your life only after achieving certain milestones of inner growth. Every delay you've experienced is simply a marker on this preordained path of soul expansion. Most people run from solitude, seeing it as a void. But for an evolving soul, solitude is a sacred chrysalis of transformation. In the silence, you find clarity. In the stillness, you cultivate wisdom. Your years alone have been a monastery for your heart. Jung spoke of archetypes as the universal blueprints of human experience. There is the archetype of the lover, but it can only fully awaken when the other archetypes are integrated within you. The sovereign, the magician, the sage, the warrior. You are not half a soul looking for another half. You are a complete universe about to encounter another. The phenomenon of emotional time travel explains many of your past relationship dynamics. When a partner does or says something, you aren't just reacting to them in the present moment. You are reacting to every person from your past who triggered a similar feeling. This overlapping of past and present creates chaos. The universe is giving you the time to untangle these timelines and learn to love from a place of pure presence. View your past relationships as your cosmic curriculum. Each partner who left took a piece of your naivety with them, but left you with the priceless gift of insight. You are not the same person you were years ago, entangled in unhealthy dynamics. The universe recognizes your evolution and is preparing a connection that matches your new, elevated frequency. There is an energetic principle known as the field of resonance. People of a similar vibrational state are naturally drawn together. As you have spent years working on yourself, integrating your shadow, and healing your core wounds, you have fundamentally changed the signal you are broadcasting to the universe. This new frequency will, by law, attract a partner vibrating at that same elevated level. Perhaps you wonder why others seem to find love so effortlessly while your journey has been so long. The answer lies in the quality of the connection you are destined for. A shallow stream flows quickly and easily. A deep river carves its path through stone, moving slowly but with immense power. You are destined for the deep river. There is a wisdom in nature that mirrors your love story. Some seeds sprout quickly in shallow soil, but their roots are weak. Other seeds, like those of ancient trees, take much longer to germinate because they are sending roots deep into the earth. You are one of the deep-rooted souls. The love you build will be unshakable because it is anchored in the very bedrock of your being. The cosmic delay is also a safeguard against karmic entanglements. Imagine if you had married and had a family with someone who was not your true energetic match. That path would have trapped you in a life that was not authentically yours for decades. The universe has lovingly protected you from that profound detour. Jung described the phenomenon of transference. We unconsciously transfer feelings and expectations from our childhood onto our adult partners. When these transferences are still active, we can't see the person in front of us clearly. We see them through the filter of our past wounds. The universe waits until you have cleansed the lenses of your perception. Some souls are like ancient coded manuscripts. They cannot be read by just anyone. They require a reader who understands their unique language, who can decipher their metaphors, and who can appreciate the profound meaning in their silent spaces. You are such a rare manuscript. The universe is simply finding the perfect reader for your story. The years of preparation have turned you into an emotional alchemist. You now possess the rare ability to transmute pain into compassion, injury into wisdom, and solitude into inner richness. These are the skills required for a love that heals instead of harms, that nourishes instead of drains, that liberates instead of confines. Sometimes the universe will send you test subjects, People who seem perfect on the surface but who you sense on a deeper level do not match your soul's depth. These encounters are not mistakes. They are final exams designed to test your discernment. Will you settle for good enough, or will you hold out for the extraordinary love that you know you deserve? Imagine that right now, your future partner is moving through a parallel process of transformation. Somewhere on this planet, someone is healing the same wounds you are healing, and someone is integrating the same shadows you are integrating. You will meet at the precise moment when both of you are finally ready to handle the sheer intensity and beauty of your destined connection. The journey of individuation means you must find your way home to yourself before you can find it in another. Many people use relationships as an escape from themselves, seeking in a partner what they have failed to cultivate within. This leads not to love, but to codependency. You have been learning the opposite, how to be radically, beautifully at home in your own being. The cosmic delay also teaches you the crucial difference between want and soul-level longing. Wanting comes from a place of lack and leads to desperate choices. True longing, however, arises from a place of wholeness and attracts a partner of corresponding qualities. The universe is waiting for your motivation to mature from panicked seeking to authentic readiness. In the language of dreams, your house represents your psyche, a garden represents your soul, and water represents your emotions. Pay attention to these symbols in your dreamscape. They are progress reports from your subconscious. A chaotic dream house means there is still inner clearing to do. A blooming, vibrant dream garden signifies that your soul is becoming fertile and ready for a new season. Your deep sensitivity, which has at times felt like a curse, is actually your greatest superpower. While others perceive only the surface of reality, you feel the undercurrents, the subtle energies, the invisible threads that connect everything. This sensitivity will make you an extraordinary partner, one who can love and be loved in all of life's infinite nuances. Some people are destined to learn about love by being in relationships from a young age. Other souls are destined to first master the self, and then to love from that place of mastery. You belong to this second group. Your late love will be of a different caliber entirely, conscious, grounded, and deeply transformative. Solitude has taught you to be your own best friend. You've learned how to comfort yourself, how to inspire yourself, how to understand yourself. This self-sovereignty is priceless in a partnership. You will never cling out of neediness or control out of fear. You will choose out of love and stay out of freedom. Jung's synchronicity is the magical convergence of an inner state with an outer event. When your internal transformation reaches its completion, external circumstances will begin to align as if by magic. The right people will appear, doors will open, and pathways will clear. This isn't luck. It is the law of resonance in magnificent action. Perhaps you are already noticing the first whispers of this cosmic alignment. Encounters feel more meaningful. Conversations go deeper. You are starting to attract people who recognize and reflect your new frequency. These are the heralds of a major shift. The universe is sending out feelers, checking if you're ready for what's coming. Sometimes this cosmic preparation manifests in recurring dreams or visions. You may dream of a presence you don't yet know, or feel a sense of being with someone who isn't physically there. These experiences are not fantasy, they are telepathic echoes of the coming encounter. Your soul is already in communication with your partner's soul across the veil. The cosmic delay has also been an inoculation against societal pressure. You have learned to march to the beat of your own soul, not the frantic drum of the collective. This authenticity is incredibly magnetic. People who are true to themselves are irresistible to other authentic souls. You now intuitively recoil from anything superficial. Imagine love is a grand symphony. Most people only hear the simple melody. But in your years of quiet listening, you have learned to hear the complex harmonies, the subtle rhythms, the profound power of the rests. When you meet your partner, you won't just be exchanging melodies. You will be co-creating a masterpiece. The universe communicates in a language beyond words, the language of signs, meaningful coincidences, and deep inner knowing. Perhaps you keep seeing the same sequence of numbers encountering the same animal totem, or a certain song seems to follow you with its message. These are not random events, they are love letters from the cosmos reassuring you. You have not been forgotten. Your time is coming. This waiting period has made you an expert in quality control. You can now instantly discern the difference between superficial chemistry and deep soul resonance, between a partner's projection and an authentic connection, between high drama and true intimacy. This finely honed discernment is your ultimate protection against future heartache. Jung described the shadow as the hidden gold in our personality. Everyone has light and shadow. Immature people project their shadow onto others, creating conflict. You have been learning to own and integrate your own shadow. This makes you an incredibly safe harbor for another person, including the partner who is coming to you. There's an invisible web connecting all souls, which Jung called the collective unconscious. Through this network, your personal healing sends out ripples that reach the soul of your future partner. You are healing each other in parallel without even knowing it, preparing the ground for your eventual meeting. Every heartbreak you've endured has refined your capacity for empathy. You now understand the grammar of grief, the syntax of sorrow, the poetry of healing. This emotional multilingualism makes you a partner who doesn't just want to be loved, but who has mastered the art of loving. The cosmic delay is teaching you to relate to love as a spiritual practice. True love isn't a fleeting emotion that comes and goes. It is a conscious commitment that is renewed daily. It's an act of deliberate creation, not unconscious consumption. You are learning to love as a master artist paints, with intention, presence, and pure devotion. See your story as a hero's journey. Every hero must first journey through the underworld before they can claim their throne. You have already walked through your emotional underworld. You have faced the shadows, tamed the dragons, and retrieved the treasure. You are now ready for your coronation, the meeting with your true counterpart. When you look in the mirror, don't see a person who has waited too long. See a soul that has been perfectly prepared. Your eyes hold the wisdom of the ages. Your heart holds the strength of every trial you've overcome, and your spirit holds the beauty of your integration. You are a masterpiece nearing completion. The love that is waiting for you will be unlike anything you have ever known. It will not arrive like a hurricane, destructive and chaotic. It will arrive like the dawn, gentle, natural, and inevitable. It will feel like coming home after a lifetime of travel. And in that moment you will know with every fiber of your being that every second of the wait was worth it. Trust the cosmic timing. Trust your own unfolding. Trust that somewhere, someone is going through the same beautiful, arduous transformation, preparing to meet you just as you are preparing to meet them. The universe does not craft half miracles. Your great love is already on its way to you. It is not traveling across physical space, but through dimensions of time, consciousness, and healing. With every day that you grow, with every wound that you heal, you draw it closer. This is the ultimate secret of the cosmic delay. It is not a delay at all.